Okay, this video is for everybody dry fasting right now. I am Dr. August Dunning. I film these nifty little dry fasting videos, and this one in particular is for people in the middle of dry fasting right now. I've been reading all the user comments. I see a lot of people are taking a dry fast seriously and doing them. So I thought I'd just address this. Hopefully that before you got into the dry fast, you maybe ate some watermelon or something to clean out your colon to prevent constipation. You've maybe been on some salt, like at least a teaspoon per day for the past couple of weeks to build up some of your electrolytes. You've taken a little magnesium, a little potassium to make sure you have enough electrolytes during this time, especially magnesium. Why magnesium? Well, your body will make ATP with fat, okay? And it'll make it with sugar too. But you need magnesium to take the ATP out of the mitochondria. So your need for available energy is based on your magnesium content. So if you're fatigued, you might want to take a little more magnesium in your diet. So I thought I'd sort of welcome you to my clinic. What do you think? Nice place, huh? Yeah, exactly. It's the kind of place that I'd like to go for some advice. Anyway, and also no commercials, which is nice. I may have a public service announcement coming up at one point, but not today. Today is just for you guys fasting. So let's say you're just into it. You're in your first 48 hours. You notice that the first day is pretty cool. No big deal, no big issues. You have plenty of energy. And then towards the end of the second day, you start running out of fuel, because what's happened is all the available glycogen has been ripped off the glycogen pillows in your muscles and in your skeletal muscles in your heart and your liver. And because of that, you're running out of fuel, because mostly if sugar's available, mitochondria will burn that sugar first because it's just so easy to burn. It goes right into the mitochondria, goes right into the Krebs, goes right into the ATP, electron transport chain. So anyway, there's a lag, okay? So there's a lag between you running out of that and switching over to a new chemistry, because what's happening is over 2 days of dehydration, because you are in a starvation diet, that the starvation will cause a buildup of blood solids, because you're still peeing a quart of urine every day, right? Exactly, see? So you're dehydrating. This stimulates some receptors on the hypothalamus to start this action of eventually epinephrine signaling fat cells to begin the process of lipase, cleaving your triglycerides into glycerol and free fatty acids for that phase, for your fat burning phase. And that's great, because then you just all of a sudden start having energy again for the next few days. So you have plenty of energy, you're still peeing a quart a day, and you're not drinking any water, so it has to come from somewhere. So it's the metabolism of fat. It's a wonderful process. It's a little uncomfortable, and people kind of think there's a problem because sometimes you'll get some aches or pains or this sort of stuff when you're running out of fuel, because the headaches are from lack of sugar. You see, you need plasma glucose to run the brain and the blood. And that's why water fasting is so dangerous. It tears up muscle to produce the sugar. So anyway, your fat can do the same thing. And so when you get through this dehydration period, your cells start hydrating themselves, because the fat creates the water right inside the cells. And you're peeing out a quart still. So notice the weight loss, because you will be losing weight. 2 or 3 pounds the first days, in second and third days, couple of pounds. And ultimately in 5 to 7 days, you can lose from 10 to 15 pounds of probably fat weight. Some of it's water, you get that back, that's normal. You need to rehydrate your body to act, to metabolically act correctly. But during these next few days, the 3 to 5 or 3 to 7, you're in a phase of changes pH, and you're deep in ketosis now. You've got the whole system running like it's been asleep for days and days now, which means all this stuff is being fixed. Stem cells are being released by day 3, and stem cells are also going into general replication. So count on all that stuff. Embrace this time period, because the things that are occurring in a few days couldn't happen in your whole life. Let me repeat that. During a dry fast, the things that happens in just a few days to restore your health and youth have never happened in all your life. It's pretty powerful therapy. Anyway, having trouble sleeping, get a big room fan, get that white noise, get that going so you can sleep at night, maybe even fall asleep to it. Cuts out all the extraneous distracting noises. If you have aches and pains, you should expect them, because if you've been injured before, those areas that have scar tissue will be deconstructed during a dry fast and fixed, and that'll be a kind of a dull ache in an area, like a back pain or a hip pain, that kind of thing. Hot water bottle. My partner subscribes to that uniquely during a dry fast, because if you have aches and pains, just put the hot water bottle on it. It'll soothe it, and you don't have to do anything. When you get done, do the electrolyte things we talk about in this book. Finish protocol, dry fasting for rapid healing and radical life extension. And you'll see what to eat, why you need to eat it, because you need to establish your electrolytes you've just used up to stay alive in a starvation mode for 5 to 7 days. So you put those back in, everything's fine, you don't get edema, your legs don't swell up, everything's cool. I mean, that's the whole idea, is to have this a very pleasant experience. If this is your first time dry fasting, you'll find that once your body has learned this and remembers this, it'll tell you when it wants to do it again. So it kind of gives the body a genetic memory of things that it knows how to do, and that you've complied with this code so that you can fix it. Anyway, that's it for the day. If you have any questions, as always, I answer most of my mail, I really do. And leave a comment, please subscribe, give a thumbs up, and send this to your friends that are dry fasting. I mean, I can't be with you, but I can be with you here in my clinic. Hope you like what I've done with the place. Anyway, I love you for tuning in. Have a good one, and I will talk to you tomorrow.